He was honest. He was clear, and I didn't feel I was being sold a bill of goods.
So things prop up unexpectedly in a transaction. And when you have a realtor there to support you and get you over those humps, that means everything in the world.
Brian is awesome. He follows the best rule of thumb for his clients. He knows that the best thing to do is to understand what's wrong in advance and be prepared in negotiating the best for his clients. And that is the best way to get through a real estate transaction.
The thought of trying to sell this house and deal with the contents of this house was so daunting, but Brian really made it an easy process for me.
I got to tell you, Brian's a real pleasure to work with, in that Brian's very professional, Brian's very blunt, he takes really good care of his customers.
I think it was the communication back and forth. I never felt that he was withholding anything from us. I always felt that he told us what he knew when he knew it, so that we were apprised of, we were part of the decision-making process.
Brian has always been there. If I wanted to move things, which I did when I moved out of the house, he got services for me. If I had a problem, he was always available, always willing to help in any way he could.
Through the months that this whole transaction took place, Brian was there so many times when he didn't have to be.
He held my hand and took me through it step by step and made it seem not scary to me.
One thing that I do respect and admire him for is the fact that he does a lot of follow-up. He doesn't just hand it off. He doesn't try to run it under the carpet. If there's a problem, face it, fix it, get it behind you, move along.
Without him, it would have been catastrophic. And he really came in as a mentor and a teacher.
Working with Brian was really a godsend for me.
The man has endeared himself to our family as a human being to help.
Even when you run into obstacles, Brian was there for me. Some of the resources that he had were fantastic.
He was like a magician. It was when you have a real estate agent, a broker who comes in and says, I have somebody that can do this and this and this and this, it takes the burden off.
And it really took away the anxiety of trying to figure out what to do with it myself.
Well, I plan to retire in about a year, and I have my own house that I want to sell, and I've asked Brian if he would be involved in that project, so I think that speaks pretty loudly.
The experience of selling Mr. Adelin's house with Brian was really remarkable. It was the easiest that I could have imagined.
Brian's a great guy. I mean, he's terrific, but he could be the best kept secret in town.
Honorable.